Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? This is Joseph Conlon here on Thursday, July 15th, 2021, here tonight with your WWE Money in the Bank preview and predictions. The first pay-per-view with a live audience since WrestleMania back in April. And I know it's been said a bunch of times from WWE, from people in the community, but tomorrow night is the first night back with live fans on a weekly basis. I mean, thank God, it's crazy. It's crazy how this all began. It's crazy how they were running shows from March until July. It was basically an empty gymnasium at the WWE Performance Center. Those shows were terrible. I'm sorry, those shows were really bad. And then we had the Thunderdome, which I appreciated the Thunderdome until about January, and then I'm like, we gotta move the hell on. You gotta get live fans back. I've literally been waiting since March of 2020 for both shows, AEW and WWE. But if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys, even during the pandemic, AEW had a great 2020. AEW so far has had an excellent 2021. They had a really good pandemic run. AEW did from March until June of 2021. They had a really good pandemic run, and them with the live fans, that it just adds to their show. It makes them undoubtedly the best show every single week. I mean, just look at Fyter Fest last night, man. Unbelievable show. That show was amazing. The Austin, Texas crowd was amazing. And, people care. People care about these shows. And you know how I know about that? Number one, the ratings for AEW came out with a 1.025. They got a 1 million viewership on the same night as the NBA Finals. That's pretty damn impressive. That is very, very impressive. And they were number one on cable. And plus, my views for Fyter Fest last night were almost at 100. We're almost at 100 views for last night's Fyter Fest review. And people had to care about what I had to say. People had to care about what Wesley had to say. I feel like no one cared about WWE during the pandemic outside of Roman Reigns, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. That's it. Maybe Randy Orton with his early heel run against Edge and against Drew McIntyre. Those are the only four standouts, in my opinion. And Bobby Lashley as well. Bobby Lashley has been protected very, very nicely during the pandemic. So Roman Reigns, Sasha, Bayley, Randy Orton, and Bobby Lashley were the only standouts during this pandemic. The pandemic era in the WWE. No one else. Not really. Drew McIntyre had a good run as the WWE champion. Then they gave it to him a second time, and it really wasn't that good. And then Drew McIntyre really died it down once he drops the WWE title to Randy Orton for 3 weeks. That was just ridiculous. And now look at him. Drew McIntyre is on not a good level. And we'll talk about that later when we get to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. But I'm very excited. I'm happy that fans are back weekly on WWE. WWE needs the fans more than AEW does, in my opinion. The shows might still be bad, but they have that energy from the fans. And they really, really could use that right now. And there's a lot of guys on that roster who can use a live audience, in my opinion. But I'm feeling it, man. I am fucking pumped. I really am. I'm pumped for SmackDown tomorrow night. Stacked show. We'll be here to review it. And I'm really pumped for Money in the Bank. They got a decent card. A pretty solid card. Sunday night, 2 world title matches. Rio Ripley and Charlotte, like, again. That's probably the only match I don't care about on the card. That and Viking Raiders versus AJ and Omos. But besides that, 2 world title matches, 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches. I have a lot of hope for those matches, hopefully. Maybe not the women's ladder match, but the other 3 matches I do. And I'm very excited. Sold out crowd, I think. I think Houston is sold out for SmackDown. And I think Fort Worth, Texas is sold out for Money in the Bank, if I'm not mistaken. I think. I don't know. But I heard today Houston sold out SmackDown. So that makes me happy. That really makes me happy. And now we get to see WWE on the road, traveling from city to city. Speaking of that, I'm actually going to a show pretty soon. Yep. You heard it. I tweeted it out earlier today on Twitter while I was at work on a break. And I will be live at the Amway Center in Orlando, Florida, Monday, August 9th. August 9th is my birthday. August 9th is my 19th birthday. And I will be spending it in Orlando, mostly for college stuff. I'll get to that later on in a closer date, talk about all that. But I'm going to be down there to get ready for college. And WWE is going to be there that night. It's Raw. And Monday Night Raw is at the Amway Center. And you know what? That's pretty cool. Why not I go get myself a ticket to Monday Night Raw and go spend my birthday at the Amway Center. So I will be there. I hope to see some of y'all there if you're in the Orlando area or even in the Florida area. I don't know if you're going to drive 3 hours, and if you're in the Florida area, I don't know if you're going to drive 3 hours to go see Monday Night Raw. Probably not. But, if you're in the Orlando area, you're a subscriber, you want to come say what's up, I'm totally cool with that. I'll get you in the vlog, everything. We'll have ourselves a good time, hopefully, with the show. But I'll definitely have a good time with hopefully some of the subscribers I meet there. But yeah, I'm excited. Second wrestling show in this year. First one since WrestleMania. And yeah, I just wanted to announce that I will be at the Amway Center August 9th, just the day of my birthday, for Monday Night Raw. And if you guys have not already, before we dive into Money in the Bank predictions, be sure to go check out last night's Fyter Fest review here on the channel. Myself and Wesley Williams did just about an hour of the Fyter Fest review. Excellent show last night. Excellent show last night. In Austin, Texas for Fyter Fest. We had that Crawford match, Ethan Page, Darby Allin. We had a lot of great stuff last night. So if you have not already, be sure to go check out that review. And I'll have it at the end of the video where you guys can just click on it and boom, it takes you right literally to the review. All right, folks. We're going to get right into it. Money in the Bank preview and predictions. We are just about 9 minutes and 30 seconds into the video. Got 6 matches to talk about. Let's start down below, and we will work our way up. I'm not going to try to sit here and predict the match card order. I don't really want to do that. So we are going to work down here, and we're going to work our way up to the bigger matches. So we're going to start off with the Raw Tag Team Championship match, which is supposed to happen this coming Monday on Raw in Dallas, but they moved it to Money in the Bank. I'm guessing they moved it to Money in the Bank because of Bayley's injury, and Bayley can't compete against Bianca Belair. So they decided to have Bianca on SmackDown against Carmella and move this match to the pay-per-view. So this is basically a Plan B match on the pay-per-view. This was never supposed to happen at Money in the Bank. Viking Raiders, AJ Styles, and Omos. I don't really care, to be honest with you, as much as it pains me to say that I don't care about an AJ Styles match. I can't believe I'm actually sitting here saying that to you guys, but I just can't bring myself to care about this match. It's about AJ Styles making fun of Vikings and insulting Ivar for his weight, and Omos walking around as the big bully with AJ Styles, who's the prick heel, and I really can't bring myself to care about this match. I think it's overly predictable. The Viking Raiders are not winning the tag team titles here. I would actually be pretty shocked if they do win the tag team championships, but I'm going to go with AJ Styles and Omos to retain the Raw Tag Team Championships here and hold those titles, at least until SummerSlam. At least SummerSlam, when I think they'll go head-to-head with Matt Riddle and Randy Orton, and they will drop the titles there in Las Vegas at SummerSlam. So that is the direction I think they are going to, unless they have different plans for Randy Orton and Riddle, which, Randy Orton could show up on Sunday and cost Matt Riddle Money in the Bank. We don't know. But the way I see it, I think that Orton and Riddle are going to be challenging Styles and Omos for the Monday Night Raw Tag Team titles at SummerSlam. So if for that match to happen, Styles and Omos are going to retain. I don't really care about the match, like I said, but I hope it's good. That's all you can hope for, basically, is a good tag team championship match. We got the Raw Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the fourth fucking time, I think. I don't know. During this whole feud, these two have been feuding since after WrestleMania. You would think that with live fans coming back, they are going to start fresh feuds. I don't want to say exciting, but fresh feuds going into the second biggest show of SummerSlam. There's no possible way that WWE could be so stupid to drag out Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley until SummerSlam. And if they do, I have full confidence that their segments on Monday Night Raw are going to get booed because no one cares about Charlotte. People don't want to see Charlotte. People don't want Charlotte as the women's champion. People don't want to see Charlotte take spotlights away from others. I wish Charlotte in this feud with Rhea Ripley. It's almost made it look like it's almost made it look like people don't care about Rhea Ripley now. Which, I mean, you look at Rhea Ripley from NXT in 2019. She defeated Shayna Baszler. She was the hottest women's wrestler at that time in 2019. And you look at her then, and you compare it to the Rhea Ripley now, she has changed a whole lot, man. For the worse as well. For the worse. I don't care if she's the Raw Women's Champion. I don't care if she hasn't lost a singles match on the main roster, I think, besides WrestleMania 36. I don't care. Her run's been terrible so far, and I am not enjoying this run as the Raw. I'm not enjoying her run as the Raw Women's Championship at all, because all it's been is Charlotte Flair and Asuka. That's all it's been. Had the triple threat match with Charlotte and Asuka at Backlash. Faced Charlotte at Hell in a Cell. Now we get to see Charlotte and Rhea again. And you don't think WWE would be stupid to drag this out until SummerSlam. You hope. At least we're praying. But I think that shit, what was I gonna say? Oh. To me, it really doesn't matter who wins, because you look at the two women's rosters. Becky Lynch is coming back, okay? It was reported today that Becky Lynch is going to be attending attending Money in the Bank, so she's probably going to be backstage at the pay-per-view on Sunday. You can imagine she's either coming back at the pay-per-view or she's coming back the next night on Raw. And you look at Monday Night Raw's women's roster compared to SmackDown's women's roster, when they just got Tegan Nox, Shotzi Blackheart, they're getting Toni Storm, they got Sasha Banks, they got Bianca Belair, they got Liv Morgan. As poorly booked as it is, and terrible creative as the women's division on SmackDown is, SmackDown, clearly, it is clear as day that they have the much better women's division than Monday Night Raw does. It is clear as day. And I think Becky Lynch is going to go back to that Raw division, and she's going to try to save it. Now, is she going to save the Monday Night Raw women's division? That I don't know. We'll have to see, but I think out of the two shows, she's going back to Raw. And I say that it really doesn't matter who wins between Charlotte and Rhea Ripley on Sunday, because whenever Becky Lynch comes back, you think Becky Lynch is just not going to go right to the championship scene? You don't think Becky Lynch is going to come back and she's going to get a match for the Raw Women's Championship in Las Vegas at SummerSlam? If you don't think Becky Lynch is competing for the Raw Women's title at SummerSlam, you're a fool. You are a complete fool. And it doesn't matter who it is. It could be Charlotte Flair, or it could be Rhea Ripley. Becky Lynch, at the end of the day, is walking out of Las Vegas as the Raw Women's Champion. So, this pick really doesn't matter, but if I had to pick, I'm going to take Rhea Ripley. I'm going to take Rhea Ripley to go ahead, put this feud to bed, defeat Charlotte clean, finally, and get her big win in front of fans over Charlotte. Then we can move on to Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch, where Rhea Ripley is eventually going to drop the Monday Night Raw Women's Championship to Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. WWE Championship is on the line Sunday. Bobby Lashley is defending the title against Kofi Kingston. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, I have more interest in Bobby Lashley versus Kofi Kingston than I did Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley. Not the WrestleMania match, but the other two matches that they've had. that feud was freaking boring, man. Really boring, dug to the ground, jammed down our throats. And to be perfectly honest with you guys, I am enjoying this storyline with Bobby Lashley and Kofi Kingston. I think they are telling a good story. They have a good story going into Money in the Bank, and I'm actually very curious to see how the match goes. I think it's very predictable, especially after Monday night. If you guys did not watch Raw Monday night, I don't blame you. Hold on a second. Okay, just had to send a quick text message, but if you guys did not watch Raw Monday night, I don't blame you. I'll catch you up. So basically what happened was Xavier Woods beat Bobby Lashley clean, which was a terrible decision on creative. Terrible to beat your WWE champion clean to Xavier Woods of all people. So Bobby Lashley loses. Bobby Lashley is pissed the fuck off. He leaves the arena. Then MVP's told he's coming back. And he'll be on the VIP lounge later tonight. Bobby Lashley's on the VIP lounge. He tells MVP how much he appreciates what he did for him to get to the WWE Championship. But this bullshit needs to stop with the champagne and the girls and the dancing. It's time to get back to being serious and the almighty dominating WWE champion. And he makes an aggressive message to Kofi Kingston before the match. And I told you guys Monday night, and I'm going to tell you guys again. Kofi Kingston is showing up to Money in the Bank on Sunday, and he's going to get his ass kicked. This should be an ass kicking. I think Bobby Lashley should go in there and absolutely destroy Kofi Kingston. Because, let's face it, folks, does anybody believe Kofi Kingston is actually going to beat Bobby Lashley? I think Kofi Kingston has about a 5% chance of walking out of Fort Worth as the WWE champion. There is no repeat of Kofi Mania on Sunday. Not happening. Bobby Lashley is easily going to retain the WWE Championship. He's going to decimate Kofi Kingston. And then what should happen, okay, and I say should because we're going to talk about a big rumor that literally just came out 2 hours ago at the time of filming. It's 7 o'clock. And this rumor came out at about 5. So what should happen is Bobby Lashley should decimate Kofi Kingston at Money in the Bank. Then the next night on Raw, since Xavier Woods defeated Bobby Lashley, Xavier Woods should get a title match on Monday night. And Bobby Lashley should decimate Xavier Woods. Out comes Big E. And Big E, I'm not even going to say my result for Money in the Bank, but you guys probably know where I'm going now. But Big E comes out and he says, "You hurt my boys. You hurt Kofi. You hurt Woods. I want my revenge. I'm out for blood. This is personal now. You made stuff personal with my boys. I want you. I want you at SummerSlam." It's simple. It's fucking simple. And then at 5 o'clock, reports come out by Andrew Zarian and Sean Ross Sapp that Apparently, Bobby Lashley's SummerSlam opponent is going to be Goldberg. Andrew Zarian posts a GIF of Bobby Lashley with the message, "Who's next?" I'm not even shocked. I can sit here, I can yell, I can be pissed off, but as a matter of fact, folks, most of the time I would be pissed off, but this time I'm actually not pissed off because you had to have seen this coming. You had to have seen this coming from WWE. Now, am I saying I want this match at SummerSlam to be my WWE title match? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But do I get why it's happening? Yes. Yes, I do. Because A, WWE has failed to build up baby faces on Monday Night Raw outside of Drew McIntyre to step up and challenge Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship. And people might say, oh, but they've built up Kofi Kingston for the last month and a half to face Bobby Lashley. I mean, you can make the argument with that, but at the end of the day, Kofi Kingston is an interim. Like I said, Kofi Kingston has a 5% chance of beating Bobby Lashley on Sunday at Money in the Bank. Kofi Kingston is a transitional challenger. That's all he is. That's why he's in this spot. To be the bridge for Bobby Lashley to get the SummerSlam. So, the only babyface that's actually built up on Raw to face Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam is Drew McIntyre. And with Drew McIntyre losing at Hell in a Cell with the stipulation of he can't challenge Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship, there's nobody. There's legit nobody on Monday Night Raw to challenge Bobby Lashley. So, of course they're going to call Goldberg. And in their eyes, they want the biggest stars. They want notable names. They want people that they think are going to sell tickets to not only SummerSlam, but to upcoming Raws. So they think Goldberg. They think Goldberg's a draw. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Big E's the way to go. Big E is the way to go. If you bring back Goldberg on Monday night and he challenges Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam, right then and there, you are automatically turning Bobby Lashley into a babyface, because there's no fucking way that you're going to sit, if you're going to SummerSlam, there's no fucking way you're going to sit there and you're going to cheer for Goldberg to take the title off of Bobby Lashley. It's just not happening. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants Goldberg to hijack the WWE Championship. But I don't know, man. I don't know. As far as Sunday goes, Bobby Lashley is going to destroy Kofi Kingston and retain the WWE Championship. Let's move on to the Money in the Bank ladder matches. We got 3 more matches to go here. First one, let's talk about the women's, which is by far the weaker of the 2 ladder matches on Sunday. For the women's ladder match, we got Asuka, Naomi, Nikki Ash, and Alexa Bliss representing Monday Night Raw. And then on SmackDown, we got Zelina Vega, Liv Morgan, Natalya, and as of today, Tamina was added to the Money in the Bank ladder match. Boy, oh boy, talk about being lazy, and uncreative. People have been speculating who's that last spot going to be in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Is it going to be Becky Lynch? Is she going to come back and win Money in the Bank? Is it going to be Sasha Banks? Is Sasha Banks going to come back? Excuse me. I need a sip real quick. Is Sasha Banks going to come back and win Money in the Bank on Sunday? Are they going to call up Toni Storm and her first match is going to be in Money in the Bank? Nope. They go with goddamn Tamina. And they put Natty and Tamina in the Money in the Bank. For what? For what? You know why? Because they have nobody else on SmackDown. They have nobody else. And whose fault is that? That's theirs. That's creative's fault. The fact that they have nobody to fill those two spots. So, we got to go with the Women's Tag Championships. We know they are a waste of spots, but we have to fill the field. So why not just put them in there? I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Realistically, you look at this field sucks. I mean that in the most respectful way possible, too. This field legit sucks. Mostly you can make cases on who could win these matches. Oh, this one's got a chance. This one's got a chance. For me, you look at this match, and I can only see two possible winners. Asuka's not winning. Hell no. She won last year's Money in the Bank. She was the champion for the entire pandemic, basically. So, she is not going to win. Naomi is not winning. No way does Bruce Pritchard and Vince want to push Naomi. Nikki Cross, she won the Fatal 4-Way on Monday night. I don't see her winning. Zelina Vega, get the fuck out of here. She ain't winning. Hell no. Natty and Tamina, hell no. So, that leaves two people. Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan. Those are your two possible winners. Those are the only two women I can see winning. And I tell you what, you want to try to get the positive, you want to try to get good reactions out of crowd. A good reaction that you're going to like. And people hate this Alexa Bliss gimmick on Raw. They absolutely hate it. And I'm one of them. I can't stand it. It's really, really bad. So, people I can see getting pissed off if Alexa Bliss wins Money in the Bank. People really like Liv Morgan. People think that Liv Morgan doesn't get enough opportunities. People think that Liv Morgan should be pushed more. And Liv Morgan's gotten a lot better since she broke away from the Riot Squad, too. Which that I can appreciate from that. Someone that wants to actually put in the work and get better in the ring. And with her winning the Money in the Bank, I feel like that would be a great moment for her. We've seen Alexa Bliss win Money in the Bank how many times? Twice, I think. I think she's won Money in the Bank twice. Maybe once. I don't know. But her winning Money in the Bank with her magical skills and hypnotizing the briefcase or whatever, I feel like that crowd would eat that shit alive with thunderous boos. So, with that alone, and what makes more sense in my opinion, I'm going to go with Liv Morgan. I could be wrong, more than likely I am wrong, but at the end of the day, I'm picking the thing that should actually happen. And what should happen Is Liv Morgan leaving Fort Worth, Texas, miss Money in the Bank? That's what should happen. So, out of this very poor field, I'm going with Liv Morgan to win Money in the Bank. And what is the opposite of a poor field is the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, which I am actually very excited about. Probably the match I'm looking forward to most, next to what I think is going to be the main event. So for the men's ladder match, it is a very good field, to say the least. You got Drew McIntyre, Matt Riddle, John Morrison, Ricochet, Kevin Owens, Big E, Seth Rollins, and Shinsuke Nakamura. If you ask me, man, that's a pretty damn good field for the Money in the Bank. Now, I am going to do this as I always do with these big matches, these big multi-man matches. I am going to go with the good old-fashioned process of elimination. Okay? Take a sip real quick. Drew McIntyre. I just talked about bad reactions if Alexa Bliss wins Money in the Bank. Holy shit, can you imagine if Drew McIntyre wins Money in the Bank? That crowd will turn him into a heel, literally. If he wins Money in the Bank, he is going to come off as a heel in the crowd's eyes. I'm telling you right now. So, no way is Drew McIntyre winning Money in the Bank. Nor he doesn't need it. He does not need to win Money in the Bank whatsoever. And there's going to be, I'm telling you, Sunday night, if he wins Money in the Bank, there are going to be a lot of people pissed off. A lot of people, man, are going to be very, very, very vocal about Drew McIntyre winning Money in the Bank. I personally think that Jinder Mahal is going to cost him Money in the Bank, and that is going to continue their feud going into SummerSlam. So I don't think Drew McIntyre is going to win Money in the Bank. Matt Riddle. You know, I'd like to see Matt Riddle win Money in the Bank. Matt Riddle is a main event type of talent. He's got everything Vince wants. Charisma. He's got character. Vince loves comedy. Most of Matt Riddle's segments on Monday Night Raw is comedy. And he's a fantastic professional wrestler. He's literally everything Vince wants. So, I could see Matt Riddle winning the briefcase. I could very well see Matt Riddle winning the Money in the Bank contract, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen with the current storyline he's in with Randy Orton and RK Bro. I think he goes into a different direction. So, he's not going to win Money in the Bank. Although, I think it would be pretty cool if he does. John Morrison, no shot. Ricochet, as much as I'd like to see Ricochet win, Ricochet has no shot. So, no one from Monday Night Raw is going to win the Money in the Bank. It's going to be two SmackDown superstars winning Money in the Bank this year, I think. Kevin Owens, man, let me tell you, WWE should appreciate Kevin Owens more than they actually do. Kevin Owens, he's another one. He's another everything that you should need in a wrestler who's fucking great at what he does. Great promos, charisma. He's over as hell. People still love Kevin Owens. And he's a great professional wrestler. And he should be pushed as a main event guy, but he's a mid-card guy at best because that's how WWE has booked him for his entire main roster run, besides when he was the Universal Champion back in 2016. But I can't see them giving Kevin Owens the briefcase, so that axes his name out. Seth Rollins does not need the briefcase for his current storyline. Seth Rollins is entering a program with Edge at SummerSlam, and he does not need to be Money in the Bank, nor should he be Money in the Bank. So that leaves two people, and I think the two most logical names to win Money in the Bank this year are either Big E or Shinsuke Nakamura. And I feel like these are going to be two of the more over superstars once fans come back tomorrow night. And we will know tomorrow night. And we will know Sunday. And we will know Monday. And we will know every single week who is over, who's not over, who the fans want to see, who the fans don't want to see, what they like, what they don't like. I'm sorry if there's sirens going on outside, but we will know. And I got a feeling that Big E and Shinsuke Nakamura are going to be two of the more over wrestlers on the main roster. And you could make a good, valid case for why both of them should win Money in the Bank. And I would be elated if Big E wins Money in the Bank. And I would be really happy if Nakamura got his shine and he got his moment and the crowd singing his song once Nakamura grabs the Money in the Bank briefcase with Rick Boogs playing on the guitar. But when I think about it, should it be Big E? Should it be Nakamura? The more I think about it, I'm not going to say any names on here, but I listened to a certain podcaster in the wrestling community, and what he's been saying about this is, for this Money in the Bank, it's Big E or bust. And I think about that. I listen to what he says, and I'm like, you know what? He's right. I really want to consider Shinsuke Nakamura winning a bust. I wouldn't even consider Matt Riddle winning a bust. But the most logical name and the guy that actually should walk out Sunday night with that contract is Big E. He even said on commentary Friday, it was Friday night on SmackDown, he even said on commentary that he's been waiting a very long time. And in his time in WWE, he has never received a world title match for the WWE title or the Universal title. He's never had a world championship match. So there's your teaser. And they have the perfect storyline to put him in a world title match, literally. But instead, they want to go with Bill Goldberg, which is, again, I'm not going to rant about it. There's no need to. There's no need to rant about Goldberg facing Bobby Lashley, for me. But the story is there with Big E, and I literally just said it. He shows up Monday night on Raw after Bobby Lashley beats Xavier Woods for the title, retains the title. He says, "You took out my boys. You took out Kofi. You took out Woods. I'm out for blood. I want revenge. I don't care about cashing in. I'm not gonna come hit you from behind and cash in the contract. I want you straight up for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam, and I'm cashing in on you at SummerSlam. The story's there with Bobby Lashley and Big E for a title match. So, you guys want to know who's my pick? There you go. I'm taking Big E to win Money in the Bank this year. He's the best name out of everybody. And then the main event, what I think will be the main event, Universal Championship on the line, Edge challenging Roman Reigns. And just like Kofi Kingston against Bobby Lashley, Edge has about a 5% chance of beating Roman on Sunday. In no shape or form do I think Edge is going to beat Roman Reigns, nor should he. Roman Reigns is on another level. He's really on another level right now, and he's just going to get into the live atmosphere with fans. You really want to take the title off him now? That's not happening. SummerSlam's around the corner. SummerSlam's what, 5 weeks away? Yeah, 5 weeks away. SummerSlam's 5 weeks away. Your money match is Roman Reigns versus John Cena for the Universal Championship. And Edge goes into a feud with Seth Rollins. That's the way you go for SummerSlam. Those are your two big matches on SmackDown. Roman, Cena, Edge, and Rollins. How do I see this match going? Obviously, I think it's going to be a great match. People are calling for Rollins to interfere and cost Edge the match. I don't really see that. I don't think Roman Reigns should be getting help from anybody else outside of the Usos. So, I definitely think the Usos are going to get themselves involved in this match. And if the Usos are out there, I think the Mysterios are going to be out there as well, preventing the Usos from helping Roman Reigns beat Edge. And tomorrow night on SmackDown, we're getting a big 6-man main event with Edge teaming with Rey and Dominic against Roman Reigns and the Usos. And that match I'm really much looking forward to tomorrow night. But I don't think Rollins should cost Edge the match. I would have maybe I would do a post-match angle where you have Rollins attack Edge and you have Rollins standing tall over Edge to end the night. And poof, there you go. Seth Rollins versus Edge at SummerSlam. That's what I would do. But that's it, folks. Those are your Money in the Bank preview and predictions here on the channel tonight. I want to thank all of you for watching. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Field channel. We're at 414 subscribers already. Try to get that up a little bit, man. Let's try to get to 420 before Money in the Bank on Sunday. So if you guys could do me a huge favor, and you got friends and family members and all, tell them to come over here and subscribe to the Big Fight Field channel. They don't want to miss out on some great content. And plus, you're going to want to see tomorrow night's SmackDown review, and you're going to want to see Sunday night's Money in the Bank review. And no, I will not be reviewing Slammiversary because Saturday I'm actually going to a party. So I will not be even watching Slammiversary. I will maybe watch the highlights on Sunday, but we'll see. But you're going to want to subscribe for Friday's SmackDown review and Sunday's Money in the Bank review. And speaking of Money in the Bank, comment down below your picks for Money in the Bank. I want to know, man. I want to know who you think is going to win Money in the Bank this year for men's and women's. Who's going to win the 2 world title matches? I want to know all of your picks for Money in the Bank. the pay-per-view, Sunday night. Let me know down below. And then hit the like button if you like what you heard from me in today's video for preview and predictions. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram, man, at Conlon_Joseph. And guys, big night tomorrow night, man. Big night. I am fucking pumped for SmackDown. I seriously cannot remember the last time I was actually excited for a Raw or SmackDown, and I'm actually very excited for SmackDown tomorrow night. So, when I'm excited for some stuff, I'm going to bring the positivity. I'm going to bring the energy unless the show sucks tomorrow night. But first show back with fans, I think it's actually going to be a very good show. So you're not going to want to miss out on tomorrow's review, tomorrow night's review for SmackDown. I'm very excited. Like I said, I'm pumped. Fans are back. Goodbye, Thunderdome. You won't be missed. Tomorrow night, we got live fans back. Super excited. You guys have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy. And I'll see you for the SmackDown review tomorrow night.